Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're doing well. My name is Dunya Abi Nassif. I lead the direct creator team at TikTok in the MENA region, and it is such a pleasure to be here today to discuss the importance of creating high quality and engaging content. Now, with me here today, I have two brilliant panelists. Allow me to welcome to the stage Rana Al-Khudari and Abdullah Al-Hamawi. It's a long walk, yeah? Welcome, welcome. So, spoiler alert, I wrote a bio about each one of you. So I'm going to go ahead and say it. Rana, I'll start with you. Rana Al-Khudari is a prominent content creator with over 2 million followers on TikTok. She's recognized for her creative videos that always have a comedic spin. She includes humorous skits, personal anecdotes, creative artistic expressions that allow her to resonate with a very diverse audience. Also, she uses her own original audio in videos that help showcase her creativity and personal touch. We also have Abdullah Al-Hamawi, who is known as Shami Chef. مشان صحتك يا غالي.
Thank you for saying this right.
So Shami Chef is a renowned chef who actually used his cooking skills to win over the hearts of all food lovers. And his first time actually posting content was on TikTok, where he grew the platform to create strategic partnerships and working with television stations. Now, he has over 6 million followers on TikTok alone and 13 million followers and more on all social platforms combined. So let's have a huge round of applause for our panelists. And now, to kick off the panel, all right, are you ready? I thought long and hard about how I really want to start this panel, so I came up with some icebreaker questions. Okay, this is going to be fun. It's going to be creative. It's going to be challenging. Rana, I'm going to start with you. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Rana, if your life were a movie, what would the title be?
I would say Fawda or
Fawda?
expect the unexpected. Yes.
Oh, I love that.
I'm full of
That's
surprises.
a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one. I honestly feel like you embrace the surprises. You know, you're at this point, you know to expect them.
Yes.
I love that. Abdullah, are you ready for yours?
Hopefully, yes.
Okay. Don't
Okay.
be nervous. Don't be nervous. I
Yeah,
kept
it's
it
all right.
simple.
Okay.
All right. If you had to eat only one cuisine for the rest of your life, what would it be? Only one.
I've never thought about this before, but if I had to choose one cuisine, I would choose the Saudi cuisine because I have born and raised in this great country, so we love it.
I
to be honest.
love that. The Saudi cuisine, do you recommend a specific dish?
Obviously, yes. The most dish that I love it, to be honest, and the most famous dish is kabsa. Who doesn't know kabsa?
Who
Come
doesn't
on.
know kabsa?
مو مشان شي مشان صحتك يا غالي.
I love that. So we know where we're having dinner tonight, Rano.
Yes, Kabsa.
Kabsa.
Inshallah.
He making it?
inshallah.
I don't know, you should.
I will
making
make
it.
it, don't
All
worry.
right, amazing. Now, to actually get started with the panel, which is unlocking the power of high-quality content, I'm going to start off with asking you both a question, okay? So then I'm going to start with you. Can you tell us a little bit more about your TikTok journey, from the start to where you are now? We have
First
time.
of all, I'd like to thank you for having me today. It's an honor. And I'm so excited to share my journey. Actually, my story is a bit of a funny story because when I first started, fresh out of university, I was employed in an entertainment company as a graphic designer.
Okay.
And when I first started, I was very clear that I will never go in front of the camera. I will do whatever is needed behind the scenes. I will learn editing, I will learn animation, whatever is needed. But because we were a team based in Dubai and creating content for Saudi, so we needed more Saudi girls, especially at the time there wasn't many Saudi girls that were that courageous to do like comedy skits and going like out of their comfort zone. And so the work was getting delayed, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to do it. No one's really watching this channel.
Go for it.
It's just, you know, خلينا نبغى الشغل يمشي. And it was a surprise to me and to all of my colleagues that everyone was like, are you sure this is the first time? Are you sure you're shy? You don't look shy. But wallah, it worked out for me. And at the time, it was a numbers game to us. We were passionate about making good content, good quality content. We wanted to make people laugh. And so even as the numbers kept increasing, it was like, and we studied the analytics. It was like we were studying the behavior of the audience, you know. And it didn't resonate in my mind that 2 million plus were people who are watching us as people, not just the content. They weren't loving just the content. So for the first time, I usually, when I come back to Saudi, I would come home to my family and stuff. I didn't really go out. For Riyadh season, the first Riyadh season, 2019, was the first time that I came to Riyadh and I went out and about in public. And the amount of people that approached me and showed me so much love and support, it meant the world to me. And then that's when I started doing it for myself as well as for the company. And my first step was to go on TikTok, and it blew up from there.
Oh, I'm not surprised. I could see, you know, your close connection to that audience, and it's really nice that you had a head start. You know, you already had them there. You just had to create the content for them.
Yes.
That's beautiful. And is that when you knew you made it, that pivotal moment?
I feel like yes, but also there's always more pivotal moments. Like today, honestly, like wow, I almost teared up. A few girls told me that today they're excited for my panel talk, and I inspired a girl to become a writer. I hope she's here watching.
Shout out, I love it. And what about you, Abdallah? Can you tell us a little bit more about your journey as well on TikTok?
I have a long journey on TikTok.
You have a long one.
Simply, I will say that it started as a joke, to be honest. Like, we started doing the content as a joke. We've been in university, me and my two brothers, we were studying the same course. So the university was the piece of cake for us. So we had plenty of time. We had to watch videos, cooking videos. We are food lovers, so we've been looking for videos about food. We were making food at home, especially when we were in the UK. You know, you need to make the food at home to get nice food. So we decided, why not to start creating a content on platforms. So we start the first one on, I believe, 2020.
Nice.
We posted the first videos, and we didn't see any result. And that was expected. We had no experience in content creation. So after like 6 months, we start posting on TikTok as the first platforms that give us the views. We get huge views on TikTok. So we were seeing millions of views, and that was amazing, to be honest. We carried on making some good videos, high quality content, and we approach it.
I really love that. And I love that you spoke about high quality content, because something about you both is that you do create this type of content. So Abdallah, what motivated you to start, you know, venturing into creating high quality content?
Firstly, to say my family has the biggest motivation for me, especially my parents and my brothers and sisters. They've been like motivating me a lot. But the thing is, when you start content and you doing it, you know, with no experience, you cannot make it a high quality. You need time. You need to develop yourself, your skills. So we had a long journey. After like 2 years of content creation, we start to work professionally.
Nice.
And we made like a high content. Also, the audience deserve to have like a higher content, because their time is from gold. So we need to support them, to give them what they need in the highest quality as possible, to be satisfied about it.
That's amazing. So you have this support system from your family to your audience, and that's what keeps you going with this. And I find that beautiful.
The feedback from audience is the most important thing. Like when they give you the feedback, you get motivated to carry on, to do the work, and to produce the highest quality as possible.
That's beautiful. And Rena, with you as well, so you create high quality content, that's no secret. We see your videos. But I also realize how authentic it is, you know, and you always maintain that authenticity, even though, you know, it's professionally filmed. And tell us your secrets.
The secrets. I always try to be as much as I can relatable. Like I want my audience to relate to me, especially that like. No matter how embarrassing a situation is or sad or whatever the situation is, you feel alone.
Right.
But when you see it in a light-hearted piece of content, it makes the audience feel less alone. They realize that we're all living the same life, just different timeline. And that's a big thing. And that's, through comedy, I'm touching people's hearts, and I hope that I am. Through comedy, you can teach, you can let people know you're not alone, you can inspire people, you can do so much things with your content. And so it's important to stay authentic because, especially that, it's important to stay authentic because you are also influencing a younger generation, and that's a big responsibility to take on. And so I always owe it to my day one audience that I stay true to the same person that started. I have the same essence. Like even if I want to branch out in different categories on in my content, I just need to make sure that I go back to my roots and my values that I started with, and that way I can grow with my audience instead of against them.
Oh, that's beautiful. Let's have a round of applause for that, honestly. That's a great answer. And you know what I really like actually about what you said, because I get this question a lot, you know, what helps with my video performance? And I always say content that is relatable, emotional, and inspirational. And you literally said the exact same thing just now. So it's nice how you channel through that. And you, Abdullah, with your videos, I also see that huge authenticity. So how do you keep that engagement going and also, you know, staying true to yourself while creating this professionally filmed content?
The thing is about content creation, you need to make something that's suitable for everyone.
Right.
So we had that's a big challenge to make a content that's going to be suitable for everyone, especially the ages. You know, when I was walking in Saudi Arabia, people just come to me and say, "Okay, you are a part of the family. You know, like we love you.
Nice.
We making the food, but they enjoying it. You know, food is an art." So anyone will make
Food is an art.
Exactly. So we had to engage with people, take their feedback, and we making a good content for everyone, especially when you know when you walk and you see the whole family know me, especially when you see the parents, the kids, all ages. So that's a lot of responsibility on us. And at the same time, we try our best to make a safe place for everyone through the content, and they enjoy it as well.
Exactly, and something I always notice about your videos is that you're not only relying on one specific element, like you'll bring in the food as a demonstration, you'll say a story, you know, you'll mix it up, you even have different backdrops, you'll go to the beach, and I think this is something that is super entertaining, but at the same time it's capturing what you really want, which is the cooking recipe. So I think that really makes your content so engaging.
Yeah, that's the thing, like we're trying to get the food from different places in the world, and exactly the cultures has different type of food, and we try to present this in our way, you know, our character with some secret ingredients obviously, and people love it. That's what we try to do, like give them what they want and let them happy.
I love that. And with you both, so Rana as well, what keeps your ideas flowing? Like, how do you stay so creative consistently? Because every time I think, you know, I've seen it all with you, and then you come up with a really cool video, then I'm like, how'd you think of that?
You never run out of ideas. Like even as content creators, you get writer's block, but the block is always unblocked. There's always more ideas, especially that there's so many things always, new things always happening around us. You just have to pay a lot of attention to your surroundings and the events happening around you, the occasions that's happening. Like for example, now we have a metro up and running. That's a whole new door of content waiting to be made. other than that, even when there is no hype, there's like nothing
Right.
new happening, life is going back to stable, you go back to, your content also goes back to normal life, like school, work, family, friends, but then you dive deeper into these situations. Even like, other than like my brainstorming sessions that I make to create my content, I also, so a lot of times I would be out with my family, they are my inspiration a lot of times, my mother, and my friends as well. I would take notes. I get so many calls when I post some of my contents like, this is based on me. So,
I know it is.
yes. So yeah, that's key.
It really speaks to that. And honestly, I really see that. You take it from, the daily moments where anyone watching this will probably engage and be like, it's so me. So I absolutely love that. And I know that you do something as well where you get, major trends and you put your own spin on them.
Yes.
So you always stay relevant, like,
Even if
to what's happening.
Yeah, even if I'm doing something trendy, if I'm gonna do that trend, I have to make it my own. With
Right.
anything, like any little situation, if you over exaggerate it, you can make content out of it. It's just, you have an idea, you have the situation, the creativity comes in the execution.
Nice.
How can I make this funny? How can I, yeah.
That's amazing. And Abdullah, for you, so you're, hugely followed creator, and you've accomplished so much, and we've seen it, and you're continuing to grow. I remember I was practicing his introduction, and I said 13 million on social, and then he looks at me and goes, plus, because it's gaining
Exactly,
by
yeah.
the minutes, But my question is, you've obviously faced some challenges, and maybe you can share some insights so, we can understand your perspective as well, how
be
to
honest,
overcome them.
There's a lot of challenges we faced, but I will just mention a couple of them. Like the first thing, to create a content, you need to make something suitable for audience. So we tried to make the shortest video as possible and
Okay.
trying to make the most significant information in this video, just to short it down. So that's a huge challenge for us. We worked on it a lot,
Nice.
and finally we achieved it. And the other challenges is, cooking outside.
Cooking outside, not in your kitchen.
Yeah.
And I
There's
know
a
that
lot of things you need to do, like to prepare. You need to get the location, the view. Sometimes we go there and, it's rain on us, so it's all right.
so you can cook anywhere, basically, is what you're telling us.
Exactly,
You
yeah.
know?
Everywhere I
That's a
can
gift.
camp, I just go there and camping.
I love that. I love that. And Rana, for you, have you ever faced any challenges when it comes to, keeping your content engaging or any type?
I think every phase of the journey you face some challenges, but I feel like the beginning was the most challenges for me, especially because a lot of times in the beginning, some pieces of my content would be misunderstood or
Right.
misinterpreted, or the way I use my words was like misunderstood. So, and I never just, I would like people to know that even if this happens to you, as long as you know you meant well, you
Right.
take that negative comment, you take it as constructive criticism. Some haters will only hate, but some haters, they have a point. So
Okay,
listen,
so
pay
you
attention to your audience, because sometimes the criticism is constructive and you can learn from it and you can become better from it. So don't get discouraged from these things. Take what you can in and learn from it and grow from there.
I
Nice.
agree with her.
Yes.
You never succeed without failing, to be
Yes.
honest.
It's like a business.
Yeah,
It's
it's
the
just
same
having that growth
concept.
mindset.
Yes.
I really love that. And, do you have any, what thought process do you have when it comes to really connecting with your audience and building that strength? Because I see it, and with both of you, I see this. Even your tagline that's always used.
Okay, so for me, especially that I'm already making content that relates to the audience, it already starts up conversation. And this is the
Right.
point of being relatable. People want to share their own stories and be like, oh yeah, this happened to me too. And then they go deeper into their stories. But also having the right captions that encourage them to share their stories. And then a lot of times I love to, as much as I love scrolling on TikTok videos, I love scrolling and reading comments. I swear my audience themselves are comedians. They are so funny. And I reply to them all the time. And sometimes I reply to them with videos.
Nice.
Yeah, and I also have some certain catchphrases based on certain characters that I play. So yeah, that helps.
I really love that. You draw, inspiration and creativity with them, and they feel like it's a two-way conversation. They feel like they're a part of your content. I truly love that. So we've kind of heard about your challenges. We've heard your insights. I kind of want to wrap up this panel with a piece of advice that you would each like to share. And Abdallah, we can start with you. Do you have any advice for any content creator with us here today who is just starting from scratch?
Firstly, I will stand up and say it here
Yes,
because that's
go for it.
so important. A lot of people asking me
Live
for
your
this.
moment.
If you have an idea, just start straight away. If you have a character, you think this idea, can you make a content from it, just do it. If you have an iPhone, just do it. Why? Because that's what happened to me. We just started as a joke, but at the end, as you can see, we gain the followers. We become content creators, and that's amazing, to be honest. And I believe if we can make it, everyone can make it. Nothing is impossible. Thank you.
That was beautiful. Are you ready?
I'm going to
make you know. You can do whatever you want. What about you, Irana? What piece of advice? That was brilliant.
As for content creators, like he said, if you have any idea, do it now. Don't wait, because that same idea that you have now, someone else will think about it. So jump on it as soon as you can. And in terms of shooting, you don't need that many equipment. If you can get a small light, that's great. But sunlight is even always better. Just make sure that the content is pleasing to the eyes, and always set a full day of writing. Just write. Write down your ideas. Write down how you want to shoot it, where you want to shoot it, and if you can get more than one idea ready in one day, like 10, 20, and then like work on each one. Give it, يعني عطوه وقته. Give each idea وقته. And other than that, have fun with it. Just have fun.
I just want to say one more thing, yeah. As she said, no need for equipment, no need for professional equipment, no need for professional cameras. I used to take videos that blow up on all social media platforms on the sunlight.
Oh, on sunlight.
I didn't have any lightning or anything. So just start, even from the scratch. You will do it. You will do it. If you believe yourself, if you have your family support, you will see the result as soon as possible, believe me.
I love that. And even adding on to what you said, Rana, because I remember once I was talking to you and you mentioned something that really stuck out, that you brainstorm as well with people around you because they always bring that fresh perspective.
Yes.
So I feel like also when you said write a script, that thought came to mind. Like, I remember you saying discuss, and I think that's beautiful.
Yes, it's so important to discuss and bounce ideas with other people, because one simple idea you have can branch out into more than one idea or become so much better. And when you just, even when you yourself, when you talk about that idea out loud, you find yourself developing it more and more. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's amazing. So it's time now to wrap up this insightful panel discussion to a close. We were having so much fun. Thank you, Rana and Abdallah, for being with us here today. I hope this wonderful audience has gained new insights into creating high-quality content. Let's end it with a huge round of applause for our brilliant panelists. And thank you so, so, so much.
Thank you.
Now we have that super long walk back.